Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 2, Episode 5 of Breaking Bad, titled Breakage. So we start off with these two border hoppers finding Hank's souvenir from Hector, or not Hector, is it Hector? No, Tuco, his grill. Then we basically start going. Then we see Walt at his doctor's appointment, and him kind of freaking out upon seeing the bill. He later counts the money, his drug money, and realizes he has nothing left after his, stay in the hospital, which cost $13,000, plus this bill, plus everything else he's given Jesse. He ain't got shit. That ain't good. So he also finds Skylar's cigarettes, which she, for some reason, flushed down the toilet instead of just, throwing it away. What? So Walt and Jesse meet up and cook again. Walt tries to get Jesse just to sell it by himself, but he refuses because he's got the DEA on his back. So he says, why don't we keep everything in-house? You cook and we distribute. And he ends up getting Skinny Pete, Badger, and Gombo, whatever the fuck his name is, to be his sellers. He's also made a deal with the dude who fixed his RV to store the RV in the warehouse, in his yard. And he's also got an apartment now. So that's good for him. So Hank gets a promotion, which is good. This is my favorite part of the entire episode. Hank has PTSD, or something the like of it. He had a panic attack in the elevator. It's just obviously he killed the dude. That ain't just leaving you. Which I really love that it's, showing that Hank is, got repercussions from the fight with Tuco. He ends up taking a sick day to just start bottling his beer. And also, I guess, maybe because he's embarrassed about the panic attack and kind of scared of it, maybe? I don't know. So Walter, Skylar, and Junior go over to Hank and Maria's to celebrate Hank's promotion. And eventually, Skylar confronts her sister and forces her to apologize. And this woman takes 10 to 15 business days to fucking apologize. I would not have accepted the apology. I nearly went to jail because of your grubby little fingers. What do you mean you're not going to apologize? And I just felt bad for Skylar in that moment because she had another person in her life who just tried to play the, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about card. So Walter gets pissed because Skinny Pete got robbed. And it's the conversation with Jesse where the title comes from, Breakage. He says that breakage is going to happen. He's more worried about, keeping his guys alive, which is fair enough, I guess. Or something along the lines of it. Jesse was pretty awesome this episode. Him and Hank were my favorite parts of this episode. So Walt gets into another argument with Skylar because about the cigarettes, and she's just like, and he's like, this isn't like you, and she's like, well, how would you know? I'm wondering if their relationship is gonna get resolved, and if so, how long it's gonna take. Eventually, Walt grabs the gun that Jesse got to protect himself from Tuco and hands it to Jesse and says, I want you to deal with the problems. Which is some big fucking talk from, like, Walt. Because he's not gonna be the one putting himself on the line like that. Just, yeah. We see Hank throwing Tuco's grill into the river. Which is how those border hoppers found it, I guess. Trying to get rid of his demons. It came about after he woke up in the middle of the night to heard pops, which he thought was gunshots. So he went out with his gun and trying to find what was happening, only to find out it was his beer bottles that were exploding due to too much pressure. I guess that's what happens when you're bottling them angry as fuck. There wasn't much about this episode that I didn't like. It wasn't quite a 10 out of 10, I don't think. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next video.